Welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful Thursday, and we have an absolutely chaotic episode to break down. We are jumping straight into the deep end of the drama today because there is so much to cover and the clock is ticking on my deadline. Let's get right into it. So let's start with Deacon and Sheila because wow, just wow, Deacon Sharp actually thinks he is free. He really believes that Sheila Carter signing a piece of paper means his life is going to be simple now. It is almost funny if it wasn't so incredibly sad. So Deacon has been putting all this pressure on Sheila to sign the divorce papers. He just wants it done. He wants it over with so he can move on with Taylor Hayes. And honestly, Deacon is so naive. He really is. He has known Sheila for how long? And he still thinks she just does things because people ask her to. But here is the crazy part. Sheila actually signs them. She puts pen to paper and signs her marriage away. But do we really think Sheila is doing this out of the goodness of her heart? No, of course not. She is doing this because she realized Taylor is a total dead end. See, Sheila wanted Taylor to go to Steffy and get her supervised visits with Hayes and Finn. That was the ransom for the divorce papers. But Taylor knows Steffy. We all know Steffy. Steffy is never, ever going to let Sheila near her kids. Taylor even tried to defend Sheila a little bit to Steffy. She tried to say that Sheila has a good case or whatever, but Steffy shut that down so hard. Steffy refuses to believe Sheila has changed. And honestly, who can blame her after everything Sheila has done? The shootings, the kidnapping, the constant stalking, Steffy is completely justified here. Maybe I am being too harsh on Taylor for even entertaining it, but Taylor is in a tough spot. She wants Deacon free, but let's be real. Did anyone actually think Steffy would say yes? Nobody thought that. So Taylor comes back and Deacon probably tells her that Sheila signed the papers. And Deacon is probably throwing a party in his head, thinking the nightmare is over, but Sheila is just pivoting. She is a master manipulator. If the front door is locked, she tries the back door. If Taylor won't work, she goes straight to the source. She figures she doesn't need Taylor's help anyway. She is going to prove she can meet Deacon's demands without getting anything in return, which she thinks makes her look like a saint, but it is all a calculated game. And that brings us to the hospital. Finn is just sitting in his office, probably charting or doing whatever TV doctors do when they aren't actually treating patients. And boom, Sheila ambushes him. She just waltzes right in, uninvited, unannounced, and she has the signed divorce papers in her hand like some kind of twisted permission slip. She is using them as proof. She tells Finn, "Look, I signed them. I'm not harassing Taylor. I'm a changed woman." She is playing the victim and the reformed sinner all at once. And it is so frustrating to watch because you just know Finn is going to fall for it. Why does he always do this? Finn has this massive blind spot when it comes to his birth mother. He just wants to believe there is good in her. And the writers always put him in this position. It feels like we have been here 100 times before. Finn's standing there looking confused and torn while Sheila spins her web of lies. Just a few episodes ago, Finn promised Steffy that she never has to worry about his loyalty. He promised he wouldn't betray her trust. He looked her in the eye and assured her that he is firmly on her side. And now here he is, listening to Sheila pitch her case. Sheila wants Finn to be the one to talk to Steffy. She wants Finn to convince his wife to let the psycho mother-in-law back into their lives. She appeals to him as a son. She plays the mother card so hard. And Finn is uneasy. Of course he is uneasy. He knows Steffy views Sheila as a dangerous psychopath who could lose control at any second. Because she is, but Finn still listens. And I just sit here staring at my screen and I have to wonder what is going through the writers' heads. Because honestly, if Finn actually goes to Steffy with this, their marriage might not survive. It really might not. Steffy is already at her breaking point. Think about what Steffy is dealing with right now. She is dealing with a massive corporate crisis. Hope just defected to Logan and completely hijacked the media attention away from Eric's Big Haute Couture comeback. Steffy is in full damage control mode at Forrester Creations. She is stressed to the absolute max. She is furious at Hope. She is furious at Katie. She is furious at the whole Logan family. She is a powder keg ready to blow. And if Finn comes home and says, "Hey honey, my mom signed her divorce papers, so maybe we should let her see Hayes," Steffy is going to lose her mind. She will actually lose her mind. I can already see the veins popping on Steffy's forehead. It is going to be a disaster, a complete and total disaster. And part of me thinks Finn knows this, but he is just too weak when it comes to Sheila. He can't just tell her to get out and call security. He has to stand there and listen. Short punches of dialogue, then a long, rambling explanation from Sheila about how she just wants a chance. It is exhausting. I am exhausted just watching it. But wait, there is more, because the younger crowd is also falling apart today. Let's talk about Will and Elektra. This is just heartbreaking. It really is. Elektra is officially separating from Will. She is moving out, stepping away, doing exactly what Ridge told her to do. And Ridge is being so ruthless about this. Ridge gave Elektra a brutal ultimatum. He basically told her to dump Will or lose her career at Forrester. All because Will got into a fist fight with RJ. Yes, Will punched RJ repeatedly at the beach house. It was violent, it was messy, it was a total disaster, but Ridge is acting like a mob boss. He is using his corporate power to control Elektra's personal life. He is telling her that Will is a dangerous threat and she needs to cut him out completely, and Elektra is terrified. She is torn between her feelings for Will and her career. And honestly, Will brought a lot of this on himself by hiding all those Logan's secrets from her. The Hope defection, the diamond, all of it. Will lied to her for weeks, so maybe Ridge is right. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Ridge is overstepping big time, but Will isn't exactly innocent here. He lied to his girlfriend to protect his family's business, and now he is paying the price. But Ridge pushing Elektra like this just feels so gross. Elektra is a grown woman. She is not a child. Why does Ridge feel the need to play father figure to her and dictate who she can date? It is just so typical Ridge. He always thinks he knows best. He always thinks he has the right to run everyone's lives. And poor Elektra is just caught in the crossfire. She is heartbroken. She loves Will. You can tell she does. The heart wants what it wants, right? That is what everyone is saying, but for now, they are separated. And then there is RJ. RJ is just hovering around. He got punched, sure, but he is also using this to get closer to Elektra. Fans on social media are already pointing out how convenient it is that RJ was at the beach house during the fight. Is he really just a concerned friend, or is he making a move? The writers are definitely setting up a huge rivalry here. RJ is playing the good guy, the victim, the one who was attacked by the big bad Spencer, and Elektra is falling for it, or at least she is leaning on him because she is so hurt by Will's lies. I actually changed my mind about Will while typing this. At first, I thought he was the victim of Ridge's bullying, but no, Will chose his family over Elektra. He chose to keep Katie and Bill's secrets. He chose to hide the fact that Hope was betraying Forrester. And when the pressure got too much, he snapped and got violent. So yeah, maybe Elektra is better off without him for now. But it still hurts to watch them tear each other apart. And Eric Forrester is going to show up in Thursday's episode, too. He is going to weigh in on this whole Will and Elektra mess, which is just rich coming from him. Eric is currently freezing Donna out and basically destroying his own marriage because she kept Katie's secret. He publicly humiliated her and kicked her out of the executive office, even though he forced Donna to keep his own health secrets from the family not that long ago. So Eric judging Will and Elektra and giving his opinions on the Logan and Forrester corporate war is just peak Forrester hypocrisy. But that is how this family operates. They close ranks, they protect their own. And right now, Will is the enemy because he is a Spencer and he works for Logan. Hope is the enemy because she defected. Katie is the enemy. The lines have been drawn and the war is getting ugly. Let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger pattern here. The show is basically mirroring the corporate war with the personal relationships. You have Forrester versus Logan on the runway, and you have Forrester versus Spencer in the living room. Ridge is attacking Will to punish the Spencers. Eric is punishing Donna to punish the Logans. Steffy is probably going to punish Finn if he sides with Sheila because Sheila is the ultimate outsider. It is all connected. It is all about loyalty and betrayal. And I just have to ask, where does it end? Who actually wins in this scenario? Because right now, everyone is just miserable. Elektra is crying over Will. Will is losing his mind with guilt and anger. RJ is bruised and battered. Donna is crying alone. Eric is a stubborn old man sitting in an empty house. Steffi is pulling her hair out over PR nightmares. Hope is having panic attacks on the floor of the Logan Gallery. Brooke is disowning her own daughter. It is just misery across the board. And into all of this misery walks Sheila Carter. Smiling her creepy little smile, holding her signed divorce papers, ready to blow up whatever tiny bit of peace Finn and Steffi have left. It is brilliant soap opera writing, I will give them that. It is messy, it is chaotic, it makes me want to scream at my television, but I am absolutely glued to the screen. I just really hope Finn finds a backbone. I hope he looks at Sheila, looks at those divorce papers, and says, "Great, glad you signed them. Now get out of my hospital and stay away from my family." But we all know he won't. He will hesitate. He will look at her with those big, sad puppy dog eyes, and he will say something stupid like, "I'll talk to Steffi, but I can't promise anything." And that will be the end of his marriage. Steffi will pack his bags the second the words leave his mouth. Honestly, guys, I have been following this storyline for a while, and I am just tired. I am tired of the secrets. I am tired of Ridge being a bully. I am tired of Sheila getting away with everything. But I care. I still care what happens to these characters. I want Elektra to be happy. I want Finn to wake up and smell the coffee. I want Steffi to catch a break for once in her life. So what do you guys think? Is Finn going to betray Steffi by asking her to see Sheila? Is Elektra really done with Will forever, or is this just a temporary break? And is Deacon the dumbest man in Los Angeles for thinking Sheila is actually going to leave him alone just because she signed a paper? Let me know, because I am losing my mind over here. I need to go get another cup of coffee and try to process all of this before tomorrow's episode. It is going to be a wild ride, and I am here for it, even if it makes me want to pull my hair out.